guys, welcome back to No Notions Travel. I am here today with Lewis, Qball, Nickell. I'm just going to stick that middle name in there. You may have known him from Instagram. He is here today to talk to us for our Sunday series episode about what it's like to travel with Tourette's. Lewis, it is so nice to have you on today.
Thank you for having me. It feels, as I said, thank you for taking the time and wanting to ask questions that people don't want to.
Of course. So if you were to give just a quick introduction about like what Tourette's is, how it kind of affects you.
It's a neurological disorder that would cause involuntary tics. So majority of people that have Tourette's, it would be like stuff that's so physical you wouldn't even notice most of the time. Be eye twitches, that little ways that they'd move, certain tics that would just be knowingly to them, Other severe cases, people can have times where they're shouting profanities. They have times where they're shouting, hey, balls, fuck off. They have times where they're shouting things that just make no sense. They're moving their arms, jerking their heads, swinging everything they have in them, and then it's easy to notice that there's something wrong. So it comes in it's a brain disorder. It comes in all shapes and sizes, affects everybody differently.
Okay, that's good to know, because I think a lot of people just assume that it is the very like verbal tics or the kind of physical tics with like a lot of movement. So it is good to know that it is there in a milder sense as well for some people, that it may not be, you may not just pick it up straight away. So have you traveled much, Lewis?
I've done a fair bit, not very worldwide traveling, but like to get from A to B, UK.
Yeah. Okay. And have you ever let Tourette's stop you from traveling? Like, say, if you wanted to go like a holiday, like out to Australia, or you're going to America or anything like that, has it ever kind of stopped you from wanting to travel?
It never stopped me wanting to go places, I don't think. You know what I mean? For me, whenever I travel, like airports or stuff, and I take precautions. Like I'd phone up in advance and let them know that I'm gonna be there, and hey, balls, bomb, hey, fucking karma. But I'm coming. Like there's probably just someone keep an eye on me. Like it won't seem normal, but it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From there, they would help me with like just seeing me through the airport. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would get there and there'd just be someone to see me through the security and let them know that, like, listen, he's not a threat or anything like this.
Okay.
And I get looks and I get people wondering, you know what I mean? You always do. And hey, fuck off, I'm not something false. Sometimes you get curious people that just want to know. So I'm not, fuck off, did Philly. Hey, go ahead. Fuck it. Go ahead, did Philly talking to you about it? They'd want to say something about it, and maybe it comes off a wee bit cheeky or narcissistic or anything like that, but sometimes it's just curiosity, I feel, with most people.
Okay. And have you ever been in a country that English isn't the first language, and it may be difficult to explain that you have Tourette's?
I went to Spain and I had a wee card that I had a card made for me that had in Spanish that I had the Tourette's disorder, all this here stuff, and at the bottom it was a lad's holiday, but at the bottom there was like a wee thing that said I was a very likable person. It said in Spanish about my brain disorder, everything was going on, but don't worry, I'm sound, like, don't worry.
Yeah. I'm not a danger.
Yeah, so I showed that the 40s in Spain whenever I was there. And fuck anybody that had an issue with me, I was prepared for it.
Yeah. See, yeah, I can understand that as well. It's at least you can just hand them the card and say, it's all here. I don't speak Spanish, but it is all here for you. What is it like for you to travel with somebody who doesn't have Tourette's? Do you find it easier, or do you find it if you're with a group that maybe don't understand that you have Tourette's? What's it like for you?
My surroundings are what would really set me off. So whenever I'm with people that I'd feel comfortable with, it doesn't matter if I'd say if I was traveling with some hey, balls, if I was traveling with karma, if I was traveling with somebody else that had Tourette's, they'd get the same outcome as me. We'd both bounce off each other and would be taken, and it would be a rough journey for us both. Yeah, if you
Okay.
get me, it would be like maybe at some point there'd be calm stages, I'd hope. But the
Yeah.
initial, whenever he texts, I text, whenever I text, she or he text, or whatever would happen,
Yeah.
and it would karma. Fuck off, hey, karma. That's been my experience with hanging about other people with Tourette's. But when it wouldn't be the exact same if it was somebody that was just uncomfortable with, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because they wouldn't be taking, they would be like subtle uncomfortability,
Yeah.
and that would make me tick, but it wouldn't be as aggressive and bouncy, or
Yeah.
if I would, karma, hey, if I was, if I'm, hey, if I'm traveling with my brother or someone that I'd be close with, I could be chill for a while. I'd still tick in the initials, getting in and off the train, and just at times if the karma, hey, fuck off, hey, if the conductor's walking past, if someone's making eye contact with me, weird things, you know what I mean? It'd be things that would just make me tick if I seen something that just went to my head and boom, ticked, you know.
Yeah.
But majority of the time, everybody, there would be times where, again, same as like airports, you get people looking at you, questioning you, all this
Yeah.
air stuff. But majority of the times, it's okay whenever you travel with people.
Okay. And would there be travel related tics? Like I've seen videos of other people with Tourette's go through airports that start yelling out that they have a bomb or that they're a
Bomb,
terrorist.
fuck off. Yeah, I'm not a fucking cook. Hey, fuck off.
Are
Yeah,
they
hey,
related
balls,
to, say, like
fucking
if you're
done.
in an airport, are they related to that?
Hey, fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, caramel bugs. I've had some mad ticks. Some make no sense. Some are just right scary. They make me feel a wee bit woof. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Please
Yeah.
don't be looking at me.
Yeah.
But caramel, fuck, hey, the basic ones that always follow me about, which are common ticks, and then you've got the real obstruct ones that don't come out. Hey, bugs, fuck off, bomb. Hey, fuck off, go. That don't come out very often, but when they do come out, it's loud. You know what I mean? If you get
Yeah.
me, it can
Okay.
be like it be circumstantial. Like as you say, karma, but hey, fuck off airports or train stations. And I find myself whenever places are meant to be quiet, it doesn't really matter where it is. If it's meant to be quiet, I'm loud.
Okay.
And so like it's weird stuff like that. You know, whenever the center of focus is taken and like I have to focus. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It takes away from it.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. And if you were,
Hey,
if there was somebody else with Tourette's that was watching this video, would there be
go.
any
Hey.
piece of advice you could give them if they were afraid to travel, or if they wanted to, particularly through airports or train stations or anything like that? Is there any advice that you could give them?
Hey. Um, Start off small. Don't go trying to go really far by yourself. Always have someone that you'd feel comfortable with if you were doing it for the first time. Headphones, distract yourself.
Okay.
Take away karma. Hey, take away from your surroundings a wee bit. Just make yourself feel comfortable
Yeah.
as you want to feel.
Okay.
I have my dog. I take him everywhere with me, so I feel comfortable most of the time. Like he gets welcomed on the train. He gets welcomed in buses. He gets welcomed. The shop down the road of treats just there for him, waiting. We
Yeah.
never come in.
Okay.
So like, karma. Hey, make yourself comfortable. You know, just
Okay.
try your best to take precautions in yourself.
Okay.
When people, but if you've got stress that's going to cause people to be concerned about you or worried for you or something like this,
Mhm.
just have be honest, like let them know what's wrong with you, have what you've got. I don't know how to explain it. Like know within yourself that whenever you tell them what's wrong, their reaction doesn't really matter. You said your piece. If they get anxious. Fuck, hey, if they get pissed off, they want to come at you a bit more. Sure, you said you're a bit. What else is there to say?
Yep. No, I completely agree. I think that's a very fair way to go about it. Like it's their problem, not yours. And you said headphones. Is
Yeah.
is it kind of mental distractions that help the most? Like, would you get benefit from like a fidget spinner or the kind of the like fidget cubes and stuff, or is like headphones and kind of mentally distracting yourself as opposed to physically distracting yourself better?
Physical distraction, I find, is a hell of a lot better.
Okay.
Like, I'd be, before I ever had Tourette's, I was very big into martial arts.
Right.
So whenever I'd still train the odd time, if I found the time, and whenever I train, it's a lot more subtle. You know what I mean? If I'm knees deep grappling with somebody and I'm trying to save my arm from being broken,
Yeah.
the ticks don't really come into play. But if I'm
Okay.
sitting on the bus and have my headphones on and I take my headphones are going to come off my head, I'm going to put them back on my head. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like whenever I say have that there, like I mean it'll put your mind somewhere else for a while. Yeah, you'll still tick, and
Okay.
there'll be distractions, but like it's going to distract you from that tick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you understand that a wee bit, like I find it's very hey, it's very easy whenever you're not ticking to take your head away from it. Whenever you tick, it's very hard to get yourself away from it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
It's hard to distract yourself from that's just happened, and like you can't overthink. Hey, you can't overthink it, and you do it more, and like it would just be a head thing from there.
Yeah.
So whenever you're traveling or not, you don't want to be like, nah, I don't know, you just take your mind somewhere else, keep distracting yourself from it. If it happens, get away from it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
No.
Is there anything that could be done in regards to planning a trip, the actual travel, the accommodation, activities, or anything that could make travel a little bit easier for you with having Tourette's?
I don't feel like it's anything anybody else can do.
Okay.
It's just precautionary within myself.
Okay.
Make sure I've took the steps ahead and phoned up and let people know that listen, I have Tourette's and that I'm going to be coming through your airport today. Yada yada. At airports, at hotels, are just explain on the spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a bit of a surprise to who's working there. Whenever I was in Amsterdam, the people, yeah, hey, the people in the lounge, the hotel lobby, just didn't really seem to understand it at all. And maybe it was just they didn't understand my Irish accent whenever I was trying to explain it as well.
Yeah.
Who knows? But
Yeah.
it was funny look sometimes from people that don't understand you, but it's hard. But for making stuff easier, do it for yourself. I find because as I said, it's a very personal wee thing. I don't know how to explain it. Someone else with Tourette's would probably be able to say it from their half, and I could say it from my half, and it's something completely different.
Yeah. Okay. It's you
Probably
find your own
similar.
comforts. Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
Okay.
but definitely, if you can, hey, it'd be very fuck off loud abrupt ticks that are going to cause a scene. Hey, you're going to go on an international flight somewhere. Definitely from the airport, let them know that you're on your way.
Okay. Yeah. How would you fare out on like a long haul flight? Would you have any difficulty with that? Have you ever been on a long haul flight where it's been a problem or?
There's a video of me on a flight back from Benidorm, and actually
Okay.
the flight to Benidorm was the one that actually had a problem. The flight on the way back was okay. The flight there, we had people move seats from us, and we all had to get moved seats, and that was a wee bit of a hurrah. But the majority, I've only been on like a 4-hour flight. Like that's the longest I've been on.
Okay.
But nah, it's people that work on the planes are usually okay with it. People that work in the airports are okay. They see like they see kind of what makes me seem normal in
Yeah.
a day. You know what I mean? They see
Yeah.
lose them things throughout their day. So seeing someone shouting stuff and wiggling their head about the place is probably just like let them pass
He's
here.
still a
Well,
person going from one place to another.
yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
People, I feel like there's still a human inside the people. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not everything's always doing. People like to laugh too.
Yeah. And on your
That's
videos
one
are
thing
very
Tourette's.
helpful for like creating awareness as well around it, because like, I mean, I know some of the tics can be very funny, particularly when you're like reading the nursery rhymes and stuff. Like it does kind of
It's always,
create an awareness.
hey, it's always where it's not meant to happen. I find
Yeah.
it's always office. It's just funny. Like, nursery rhymes and swearing is just not meant to be together. And
No.
then like, I don't know. It's just like, it's times where it's meant to be quiet, like weddings and stuff like this. Like, I find that funny. Like, going to weddings, and like, I've only been to one with Tourette's, and
Yeah.
that was just a laugh. You know what I mean? I feel like it was good crack. Everybody that was there had a laugh with it. I didn't feel awkward. They didn't feel awkward. Yeah, fuck it, hey, oh
Yeah.
fucking bitch. Hey. I hope they didn't feel awkward.
Yeah.
But like, it's just, I feel like at most places I go, I feel welcomed and people embrace me.
Yeah. Which is great to see, you know, that it's not kind of frowned upon like now that, you know, you walk into a room and everybody runs, because that's, you know, it really shouldn't be that way. How do you fare out with kids if there's kids like on an airplane or in the vicinity and you start swearing? Do they kind of like, do
Yeah,
the parents kind of go, okay, let's move away? Or
I feel like that's, well, the mother was okay with us on the flight to Benidorm that day, but the grandmother wanted to move the kids. They wanted to move, which at the same time, I have a niece and nephew. Like, I don't ever want to have them come off with some of the things that I take. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, it just is not right letting your kids hear that. I get that 100%.
yeah.
So I feel like, yeah, there's definitely a barrier there. Like, but yeah, hey, whenever I was talking to you about my martial arts experience before, I used to
Mhm.
teach kids when I was a junior instructor myself, but I used to teach kids whenever all this first happened. And
Okay.
that's what, no, fuck off, hey. They were at the start, hey, fuck off. Hey. At the start, they were a lot more abrupt, and just that I didn't have much brief time in between.
Right.
And whenever I was going to the gym, I was able to train, but whenever I was trying to explain to other people how to do stuff, it wasn't coming out as clean. And they had to stop me teaching the kids because obviously they didn't want that rubbing back off in the gym.
Yeah.
So it put a barrier there, but the kids in my family, like my niece, my nephew, my cousins, and all that, they still had the same relationship with them.
Yeah. Okay. And this is my last question, but it's my favorite question.
Okay.
Where is the first place that you want to travel to once the lockdown is over?
Um, I don't know. I'd probably say Spain. Just a bit of
Okay.
heat, a bit of proper heat. You know?
Yeah, I think
But
everybody's like that.
yeah. Uh, hey, fuck off. Australia would be nice too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing, is everybody seems to be going going much further afield, I think, than they would have originally when they realized how caged they've been for the last year and a half.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can see more of Lewis's videos up on YouTube. He has a very significant following there,
Thank you.
and
Yeah.
it's fantastic to create awareness,
Okay.
particularly for something like Tourette's, where it is just a part of some people. Lewis, I would like to thank you again so much for coming on today's episode.
No, thank you for having me. Again, thank you for taking interest and wanting to get the word out.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's definitely something that everybody should have an awareness of. Particularly, that's why we're doing our series, is that everybody kind of knows, you know, that there are a lot of different people with a lot of different things going on, and they might be sitting beside you on the plane or the train or the room next to you in a hotel. So it's really important that we do create awareness for a lot of people and don't let it stop anybody from traveling.
Yep.
So we'll have more videos up on our YouTube, particularly around this series every Sunday, and you can take a look at them there if you want to subscribe so that you can see them every time they come out. There's a little bell below that you can stick on so that you find out when we put them out, and just give us a thumbs up because it gives us a boost to create more videos. So thank you so much again, and we will see you in the next episode.
See you later.